Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Westbridge Farm, where today we're actually harvesting, and I've got more control again because literally in the 5 or 10 minutes between recording this episode and recording the last episode and recording this one, my mother arrived home with the Xbox controller I was waiting for. So I'm back to using an Xbox controller for the game, which is going to possibly speed things up, possibly slow things down, but overall it should give me a bit more control. And this one does seem to be a bit more sensitive than the official Microsoft one I used to have, which is kind of odd. If you're wondering, I have a PDP Afterglow controller now, so it does seem quite good. Not sure if the field is moving or if the control is actually slightly off center. I think it's the control is slightly off center because I'm constantly having to adjust. But as you can see, it is a bit more like I'm using a steering wheel now than it was with the keyboard or even with the old controller, because it makes small adjustments relatively easily. This controller is actually really sensitive. I like it. We'll be trying out flight sim this later on. Possibly. I try and bind it up for something else, I don't know. But yeah, this is made for Xbox 360 obviously. It does have loads of green LEDs and my god it is bright. But yeah, it works perfectly from what I can see. My microphone is still in the odd place. Place it usually just sits when I'm on Skype, so it's still testing processes going on there. It might just be me, but I think I'm actually neater when I'm using an Xbox controller than when I'm using the keyboard, especially when I'm going around corners. I know for a fact corners are neater with an Xbox controller, because you can make adjustments. With a keyboard, you're just like all of it or none of it. Whereas right now, you're kind of making small adjustments, relatively small adjustments anyway. They look a lot more dramatic than they actually are because of the way the steering wheel works. So let's see, how full are we? 18%. This field should have been fertilised by Queen Manure, and I'm honestly not sure if it was or not. I don't think it was. I think I cultivated the alfalfa under a bit too early. Oh, by the way, it's actually like 4 or 5 days later in game. Because I forgot the guys fiddled with the growth times of crops. So it's actually a lot later in game than I anticipated. So this is going to be a pretty long harvest, I think. And as you can see, we do have chopped straw going down. Didn't actually notice it the first time around until up to this bit here where I've already noticed it. There is chopped straw going down, chopped rape I suppose, chopped canola. You can see the small difference I'm making now. It's kind of easier to drive in cab with this. So we're now 27% full. I've put out the pipe. Desperately trying to remember the Xbox controls now. I didn't screw that one up, which is always nice. The one downside is I now can't bring up the old style PDA. I have to use my keyboard for that. I don't think that's really an issue, to be honest. It's going to be kind of easier to not tab with this though, because I've got a bit more control over where I'm going. This brings me back to when I was starting the channel. I actually had to use Xbox controller because I know it's only a few months ago, but I was terrible with the keyboard. I just could not control anything with the keyboard. And then the Xbox controller taught me finesse. And suddenly I was reasonably okay with the keyboard. So there you go. It's a nice turn there. Yeah, something's up with the sensitivity here. It's going into that. It's put into the right ever so slightly. Which I don't know if that's really an issue. You may notice my FPS is noticeably higher and I haven't stuttered yet. In terms of FPS. That's because I pretty much rebooted the game. To get the Xbox controller to work, I have to reboot the game so that it detects that there's an Xbox controller plugged in and allow me to work with it. I don't actually have an issue with that. I wonder is there genuinely an issue with the up on there may be a minor issue with some of the sensors in this controller. But yes, I am, as you can see, I am actually driving this myself, so Xbox controller equals slightly better driving. Slow down a tad. This 6 kilometers an hour around this turn. So it allows me to just get a few more options on what I can and can't do in the game, which is nice. So as you know, if you watch my videos or watched some of my other videos, I have been playing Star Trek Online. I've been talking about it. I haven't put any videos up of the game. And right now there is the birthday event ongoing, and if you haven't started it already, you're punished. Basically, it's going until March 2nd, and you have to collect what's called commendations. Now, to collect commendations, you have to do a daily mission, which gives you 40. There is a once-off mission that gives you 400, and you can repeat it to get various buffs, various bits of gear that are very good. Now, once you do the prize at the end, the reason you're collecting these commendations is you can get a ship, and you need 1,000 commendations to get the ship. There was a point where I was running too low and was kind of debating whether or not I should continue. My friend convinced me to continue, and I started farming Omega slivers and Omega traces and Omega shards. Yeah. And they drop as part of the daily challenge, but you could farm them. I've been told that farming has been completely nerfed out of the game. With the patch that was released yesterday for me, so I haven't really bothered farming yet. I may try some later on, but I don't think there's a point because I have got 960 commendations at present, and I haven't done today's daily yet, so I should, in theory, get the ship tonight. Or actually, once I've finished rendering these videos. I'm only recording 2 videos today. Tomorrow I'll probably try and record another 2. I'm going to try and get up to 2 videos a day I'm recording so that I can get ahead of myself, so that if anything comes up, I'll have videos ready to release. There have been a couple of days, and I know there have been when I've accidentally released 2 videos on the same day, and I haven't taken one of the videos down. That was just because I was punishing myself for being an idiot. I think this is enough headlands now, and we're going to start going uppy downy in the field. So yeah, I'm really liking this controller so far. This is literally my first impressions on the controller. I've plugged it in as a temporary measure to the USB hub I have, removing the back ports of my computer pretty much right after this video. And that's an issue. I have to turn off shuttle controls. Might have to edit the XML to do that. So, pretty much right after this video is done, I'll be just saving the raw footage, making sure that's all safe where it is, and I'll be pulling my entire room apart to get at the back panel of my computer, because number one, I need to fix my webcam from a friend of mine. There always webcam chats on Skype, and well, we always have video calls on Skype, and second off, I want to unplug the old Xbox controller, which is dead. That I called it was dead actually was. Now that I have this one to kind of compare it to, 1,000,000% is dead. There's no point in trying to fix it, and I was wasting my time yesterday. I wasted 4 hours yesterday trying to fix something that was dead. New one is good. This is kind of an Ashen style review kind of thing, except I'm using a combine harvester instead of a couch, and you can't see my hands. Nothing like Ashen's. Just kind of holding it in my hands. It's got nice. It feels nice, but the plastic shell feels a bit cheap. I'm just gonna. The D-pad's all right. ABXY all pretty standard. Feel reasonable. Start and select buttons are a bit odd. Forwards and back, whatever. Start and back, whatever. Why Microsoft chose them, I don't know. I feel okay. The two analog sticks, yeah, they're okay. Nothing particularly fantastic, but they work. They don't. They've got a nice shape. Your thumb fits. Well, they fit my thumb quite nicely. Your mileage may vary if you've got a particularly weird thumb, I suppose. But they fit me nicely. The triggers in the back feel quite nice. Nice and comfortable overall, but the LEDs are kind of an issue. And you might be asking, why are they an issue? Do they work? Yes, they do work. Yeah, why are they an issue then if they work? The issue is they're insanely bright. I plugged in the controller and was kind of staring at it while the driver's installed. I almost blinded myself with green, which kind of is funny because farms in all the green. Yeah. I almost blinded myself with green, which was kind of an issue, but I can deal with that. You can turn off the LEDs, 7 volts, whenever. I think it's whenever the rumble pack goes off. So that's not really an issue. The controller itself is see-through. It's in kind of, if you got the LEDs turned off, it's in a lovely crystalline kind of case. Well, crystal clear case, I should say. So you can see all the innards working, and it kind of reminds me of an old PS2 controller I had, which had the same kind of dealie going on. And quite honestly, the PS2 controller looked a lot more complicated than the Xbox 360 controller, which is funny. I really hope the sound works out on this. If it doesn't, I'm going to have problems. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of new things to say, and I'm stuck. So yeah, I wasn't expecting the controller. Well, I was expecting the controller. My mother literally arrived home. I finished the last episode, said goodbye, as I always do. Just turned off the recording, and I heard the clunk clunk of the front door, which just amazed me. That I could have timed it so perfectly, so naturally. Yeah, this canola was never fertilized. I don't think, anyway. Well, no, even if it... Yeah, if this was fertilized, it would never have got this far in the field. but it should give us some nice monies. So next few episodes I will be harvesting. I will probably be in cab a bit more now that I got the controller running again. Well, the new controller running anyway. So oh dear. I need to check the silage at some point. I also need to find the I need to remember where I put the John Deere. It's back at the farm, isn't it? I'm nuts. Because I need to get the actual back off the trailer. I wonder can I do it with this combine? Huh. Because I need the box thing. I can't explain it very well. I know English. I know English. I need to get the actual storage off the trailer so that I can. Yeah, this needs to be calibrated a bit by the looks of things, because this is apparently straight, and you can see I'm turning ever so slightly to the right. So that's actually straight. So I'm going to try and hook up the spring in the thing. Let's see, can I hook this up to the combine? I think I can. I don't know if the combine's actually got enough spare room behind it to accommodate this. More importantly, I don't think the combine can fit under the tree. That's coming from a bit better angle. Hey! Okay, so this is one of the weirdest ways any trailer will ever, any container will ever get dropped off, but it works. Turns out the combine wasn't long enough to accommodate it, but I managed to get it at the exact angle I needed to. So now I have the comedy of emptying the combine into a container that's way bigger than it is. And while that's happening, I'm going to go on the back of the combine. I'm going to go fetch a John Deere. Because of reasons. We're running really low on cash now because I had to fast forward time so much. I need to check the animals because I know for a fact that time fast forward can affect it. Oh boy. Right, so we got slurry and manure now, which is nice. We've got no way of spreading it, which isn't so nice. Arguably it's nicer because no bad smells and no poop flying everywhere, but I think oh yeah, that's a solid wall. I think one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to get a slurry spreader to be able to spread the slurry, obviously. There we go. Just attach that. Now why are we getting the John Deere? The John Deere is coming over here. And honestly I have no idea why I've got it. The John Deere is coming over here, and this will be a good example. You can see how far to the right that's gone. So I'm going to have to screw around with the calibration of it, apparently. That's not a big issue. So the John Deere is going to come over here, and it's going to pick up the trailer that I've abandoned in the middle of the road. I'm actually going to just run over to the combine again, set auto combine running. So that's how good. So let's get set auto combine going. uppy downy. I think we're starting on the right side, so let's get that guy off. He's gonna do the harvest and dump down some lovely chopped up things. The John Deere is now going to come into the field. I'll come over here and grab a trailer. Which needs to be folded up. Again, not a big issue. Not a big issue if I can select the trailer, of course. I'm going to just edge it into the field over here. So obviously off screen I'm going to be fixing the calibration on my controller, which not a big issue. It could just be a dead zone issue. But not a problem. Also, I'm going to finish off field 1 most likely and bring the combine over to, with the header attached because I can't be bothered with that trouble for the time being, to fields A and B. I'm going to be moving the container over to fields A and B as well because there's going to be more than enough space. And what else is there to do? That's probably about it because I need the container to move some other stuff around. In fact, how much is that doggy in the window? Because, oh no, it'll be in... in slurry tanks is 34,000. Okay, the manure version is 52,000. How much does that hold? 15,000 litres for 34,000. Or I could get 18,500 for 38,000. Probably going to end up getting the Marshall, and in fact, just to give it a fully British feel, I would probably get the Marshall MS-105 as well. And probably a T4 as a yard tractor. Yeah, I think that's about it. I can't do a whole lot more of this episode, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm actually going to finish off the field at some time in the future, not right now, because I got a lot of things to do today. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Aldridge Farm. Please comment, like and subscribe because everybody tells you to, and it does help. I'll see you next time when we'll be doing more harvesting probably, and I might well have changed the sound back to what you're used to. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.